6 hours of sleep for 3-4 days because there's so many. Wow, really? Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I could, but I don't know if I'd be so happy about it. But so many matches to watch in person, or where there are also some televised ones. That must be shattering though. Wow. Okay. So I got rid of my save because I have no idea what I was doing anymore. And let's go have a look. It's in the stadium with a large screen. Yeah, I know that. But I wasn't sure if you were... Oh. Oh shit, she's not doing well. Off to a gloomy start. Case 0, the last drop. Monday. So, hey, welcome in, Byte. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So for context, since I skipped over the intro video to this game, we are, I don't remember our name, but we are running a speakeasy in I think the country is called Barovia or something. It's supposed to be some pretend East European-ish kind of deal, but this is in the prohibition era, right? So what I am doing is very much not legal, and I also have a bit of a criminal past. You're just dropping in to say hi. I appreciate it. Thank you. So it turns out we also have a bit of a criminal past, so gotta be careful with what we do. But that is all things that will be more furtherly expounded upon as we get into the game itself. Oh shit, I just broke my pen. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, that happened. That's what I get for playing with a pen during stream, I suppose. So the Gno is saying the event itself was great. The whole production setup was made so it was easy to watch even from the furthest seat. Okay, that's great. Because I've definitely been to concerts where, mostly concerts where then you have a seat in the back and you can't see anything because the screens were not made well. But it's nice that you had, a good view from where you were sitting, right? So. I think this person is called Vincent Flory, and it says the hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy bust to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. So the scene we saw just before with that bookstore, we are located underneath it. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Flory, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Tsaran literature is providence-bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. So we need to ask him if he's alright, or we can stay quiet. You know what, let's hear him out a little bit. He lets out a deep sigh. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. Alright, what would you like? Oh, okay, we have a little pop-up here. Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink, or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here in the bottom left. Okay, obvious enough. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Press the serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Well, let's do that. Okay. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get a hint. Right then. Right, I remember this. Just 1 second. I'm gonna try and pull something up and hopefully it doesn't explode. I think this is one of those games where I need some notes on the side. There we go. I know usually I don't do this. Something like Phoenix Wright is not exactly needed, but I feel in this game we probably will do it. And I think also I learned from my last playthrough, we probably want to abuse the quick save quite a little bit in case we hit the wrong dialogue options. Yeah, exactly. No. Gotta take some notes, alright? Alright then. Let's see if we can cheer you up. The text I just missed before was, we take a glass out, put it in front of him. Alright. That's the spirit. Get it? Because I'm serving spirits? Never mind. Let's continue. Alright. So Vincent loves the Eastern Ruby, and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood. So let's select Eastern Ruby in the list to start making his favorite cocktail. There we go. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow, following along the lines in the direction it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep up the pace as a red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path, or the drink will be ruined. Oh no. Alright, well, that... Okay, it's not that fast. Okay, we have some time. Ooh, that's very red though. I'm not sure if I like that color. Perfect. Boom. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's even gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection, which is kind of funny because I suppose... I know this is a video game, but I'm trying to think of it. If I go to the bar, do I always order the same thing? Actually, I do. I think a lot of people will order maybe 2 or 3 different things, but they'll usually have a lot of the same stuff. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased and you will lose all but 1 action for the remainder of the conversation. Okay, that's really bad. Right then. So Vincent says, "You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite." And let's just have a look what this stuff is. Oh, this is intoxication and this is affection. Okay, so this is how much they like us, and this is, well, how many they've had. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but I didn't expect it. Especially with your background. This place has become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers. Yet you're already proving to be more than that. I don't think this is not a dive bar. Have you seen this, Vincent? We are classy, right? Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a recent shipment from vodka from Rusalka came to my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Is there anything else? Ah, yeah, says Vincent. I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is abuzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Say lawbreakers, or I see. Let's ask. I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Tsara should not exchange freedom for safety. And what will we do if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary, but you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring this all up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read the heading, "Speakeasy guest found dead." In the early hours of the morning,
The body of an as of yet unidentified young woman was found in an alleyway off the Bukovi Boulevard. Bukovi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside the speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activities taking place. So that's the scene we saw at the start of the game, right? And so, okay, Bukovi is the city we are in. I don't remember the name of the country, but I think it might be Taran or Tsar, because this article talks about illegal staircases, which are which would be pretty funny. So it's the Tsaran Safety Inspection. Okay, sure. Talking about workers at the steel mill. Middle articles talking about scavengers. Okay, people should not steal crops from the wild. You should not go around picking up wild herbs and eating them without any knowledge. You know what? That's pretty sensible. I can live with that. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory? Or fabricated? I believe so, yes. With the prohibition in full force, perhaps the politicians created a serial killer boogeyman to keep people out of speakeasies. It's just like the old fairy tales about demons in the woods. The claws of the strigoi, snatching the unwary and pulling them into darkness. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous. But I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend. Be on your guard. I don't think that needs explanation, right? I will. We're on Bukovi Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so, anyway. Of course, this place is only visited by the finest of people. We would never have any ruffians and scoundrels in here. Of course it will happen. What do you expect? A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wise and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. How is cheese crackers a low... Wait, hang on. Did that exist back then? Or am I stupid? Because I thought cheese crackers was a pretty recent invention. This is before someone in chat corrects me and then says, hey, you know that this was invented by the Romans or something. And that I am uncultured. Just as I am talking about how this is a cultured establishment. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping at eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. One more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good, good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. Okay, so it definitely sounds like we own Vincent a serious favor here, which is never a good position to be in. But then again,
we don't really know what kind of trouble we got ourselves into, so we'll have to, yeah, we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to see. Alright then. I have work to get on with. That's a little rude. Let's just say see you, Vincent. There we go. Okay, hang on. Why do we have a doorbell? Or one of those bells that rings when somebody walks in? That seems like a... Actually, no, that's not a stupid idea to have one of those. Especially if you're doing some less legitimate things. Because then... you know... At least have a little bit of warning. Alright. Every day we'll bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customers seated off the edge of the room. You can click on the customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try it out on this mysterious woman in the back. Alright, you there. I mean, there's nobody else, so we might as well talk to you. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. Welcome, ew, and speaking of exhausted people, welcome in, Biscuit. How is it going? I hope you're well. Why are things not working? There you go. Are you calling me exhausted? I mean, yes, I am. But that's not much of a surprise, is it? I hope you're well. How is everything? Right, so the woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you, like she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. Rough day? You have no idea. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely do that. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I did my stretch. Do not worry. It has been done. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Grundon Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bedsheets during a spice traders symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explain the logistics of a spice trading company and how it made him rich? And he's doing that while you change his sweaty bedsheets. I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow. I scream so loud, I feel like I'm going to crack the walls. Then I stop. And nothing has changed. It sounds like you need a drink, and also, considering how it looks like she's trying to drill a hole in our head with that stare, yeah, you need something. Yeah, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around the cricket bat. I trust your judgment. Well, what I can do, unfortunately, and I remember because I made this exact same joke the last time we played this game. I was gonna say I can serve you a Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster from the Hitchhiker's Guide, but that's not lime around the cricket bat. That's a slice of lime wrapped around the brick. I mean, you're both getting you're getting smacked in the head anyway, but I think I will take the cricket bat. It's a bit less painful. All right, then let's have a look. You know what? We will ask her because I don't know her yet. So, what kind of flavors do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Alright, one coming up. I'm excited. Alright. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. A question mark means you don't yet know how they feel about this cocktail, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and ones that they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with a customer faster than a neutral one. Okay, the red squiggle indicates the smoothness of the drink, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk after being served. In other words, how many actions you will be able to take during the following dialogue. Every new topic you discuss will cost you 1 action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar. So don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers can be called back as long as you have actions remaining.
but it can only be served once a day. Meanwhile, the alcohol percentage shows how alcoholic a drink is. The higher the percentage, the more intoxicated the customer will get. Some questions will require a certain level of intoxication to loosen the customer's lips, but be careful. A customer that becomes inebriated will go home. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Now you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's tastes, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect the customer's mood, as well as how talkative they'll be after you serve them. Now let's make her drink, shall we? Let's go with copper. Yeah, so this is a Moscow Mule. So it's vodka with ginger ale and lime juice, which is not a... Honestly, she asked for lime, something with lime that has a kick to it. This is probably a good one. Oh god, bleed. Alright. There we go. And boom, we are so good at this. I don't think you're supposed to really fail that minigame, but it is. It's pretty fun that they added it. There we go. Little copper cup, slice of cucumber, bam. Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. We were browsing, saw some fellow Jays. Hey, welcome in, Scissor J. How's it going? Welcome in. How are you doing? If you say you are a fellow J, I will definitely have a look back. How are you doing? How's it going? Thank you for checking me out. Welcome to Twitch. I mean, I don't know if you're... I don't know if you're new to Twitch or not, but either way, welcome in. How are you doing? But yeah, if you were searching for Jays, then I'm probably fairly easy to find because my name is not super original. But yeah. Were you really specifically looking for that? Or what were you looking for? Alright then. Alright, let's see. So she has to say, when the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. That is prohibitive, for sure. And with everything being so busy, why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads, the women in those sparkly dresses, and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture to me. You don't care about ghosts, or? Me too. I assume if she does laundry all day, she's probably... I don't know if she's gonna be very excited about clothes, but real good. You just scrolled. You were looking down. There's some bird guys who are like one of my favorite birds. You want to say hi? I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. You do call me at a bit of a different moment though, because normally I'm not using this image. Normally I use a live 2D model, but I didn't feel like it today. And also this game is more themed towards early 20th century. Sorry. Because we live in the 21st century. Need to not forget that. And we are playing in a speakeasy, so it's probably better to use something. Is the live 2D model also, but sadly not. It is a human. It is human. Which mostly has to do with that doing non-human animation is very difficult, and there are a lot less artists that are capable of making something that I liked. So hence the change. And also I would sacrifice the facial expressiveness for that, and that was not a choice I was willing to make. So while the live 2D incorporates a lot of, well, the old one not so much, but the new one I'm working on does incorporate a lot of bird elements. It is not a bird, no. You totally get it, you're an artist and you can do it. Oh, right. That's nice to hear you're an artist. What kind of art do you do? And in the meantime, I'm gonna ask her and show her my art of mixing things together to make something drinkable. Birdman version is cute, but the human one handsome as well. Thank you. I really want to change out the model. I'm really the one I've been using now it's more than 2 years old by this point, and I know that I got the same artist to switch out
to make a new one. But I wasn't so happy with that one, so I switched back to the older one. But yeah, so pretty much what happened was that I got the model about 2 years into my journey, and then I never switched it out until later. Man behind the bird, 10 out of 10. Thank you. I appreciate that. You found it very unique and chill as a bird. I think you have preconceptions when it comes to normal I guess so, yeah. Is it the preconception you mean as in a stylistic thing? Because there are a lot of... the VTubing style, it's a bit of a vicious circle in a sense. Or do you mean more the behaviors? Because what I mean by vicious circle is more the whole... there's some designs, right? The usual... Oh, behaviors. Okay, yeah, that I'm not so familiar with. I don't really follow very large VTubers, so I can't really tell you about that. But what I meant was more the designs, which has to do with that. If you go around the community enough and you have a look at people, you will see there a lot. The vicious cycle I was talking about is that you have people base their designs on series or on games that they like, and in return, what seems to be happening a bit is that you have games. I'm especially thinking about gacha games in particular, that are making characters that have designs that seems to be inspired by, among others, the VTubing scene. And so you get a circle where you have designs being based off each other, which is not a bad thing, but I can understand why that would give you a certain preconception, because you can see the influences, for sure. And the more you're around, the more interesting. Yeah, I have seen some very outlandish designs. A lot of very cool designs. Also a lot of... I mean, you know, I can also... I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say this. Some designs that I did not resonate with at all, but... Okay. You want to see more styles? It's a lot of sex appeal too. Yes. I suppose there is an element of that too. I very much stray away from that part. I want nothing, absolutely nothing to do with that. But I know there are people that like to lean into that part. Which is a choice. It's just, well, I think I made it clear what my choice was on the matter. Yeah, but it would be cool to see more styles. I've definitely seen some interesting things you can do. I'm trying to think if I've seen things like claymation. I don't think I've seen someone do that just yet. Or a more like sketchy style or more scribbly styles. I think the scribbly one I have seen, right? The how do you even explain that? You know, like the scribbly style where the character keeps moving around all the time, right? Like the lines aren't really fixed. There's some animation styles like that, and I think that I have seen that in VTubers, or at least a little bit. You're going to try to Alien PNG Plus tuber based on the art style. Oh, a Layton one. Okay, that's cool. Well, I wish you a lot of success with that. Yeah, I wish you a lot of success with that. One thing maybe I would recommend you is maybe don't use PNG Tuber Plus if that's a specific program you were looking for. I'm not sure it's supported that much anymore, so you might be putting yourself at a bit of a dead end, right? I would look at maybe something like VideoTube, which I think is what I'm using right now, so that might be more useful to you. It went kind of stagnant. Yeah, there we go. So I'm not sure if I would use it. I would maybe look into some alternatives, but if the animation is simple enough, you could probably also consider doing the live 2D yourself. I did that for a couple of things. Like on my model, I have a microphone that lights up, and the first version of Jason, who's in the right now, well, both standing next to me and is sitting in the corner there. Yeah, I guess it does what it wants and it doesn't need more. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fair. If it does what you need it to do, then please use it. Anyway, do we need to go with the... Yeah, that's just... Actually, yeah, just me too. At the hotel, they only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folks going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now. So maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Whew. I'll take that. Oh, actually, you feeling better? She closes her eyes and lets out a long, comfortable sigh. Yeah, I'm good. Right. You check out alternatives. It looks the most promising for what I know. I'll actually play the game. Nice chat. Yeah, you too. Thank you so much for passing by, Scissor J. You have a nice day. I'm good. That really hit the spot. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me onto this place. How old? Or the nightcap? Yes, say nightcap just open. I'm... Weird old guy. I guess she's talking about Vincent, right? I just say you just opened, yeah. Nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the types of customers you get. Grundon Heights has free hotel bars. But I didn't fit in... And thank you for the follow. I just gave you one back as well because birds are cool. Bam. There you go. Actually, do I have a... How much are we on? Because I think I need to start a goal again for this. Oh, we made it to 990. Let's go. Okay, wow. We have a goal now for the big 1000. Can you imagine? Alright, so the staff bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. We got all sorts in there. We are all equal when we walk through these doors. I think I actually stole that quote. Did I not? Oh, I don't remember if I did. Let me check. No, don't start my own stream. Did I not? Yes, we did. I did steal that quote. I stole it for the channel description. I should probably put that it came from this game. You definitely did. Of course. I did modify it a little though. Maybe with a bit heavily handed, maybe, but I think that any cultured person should get what I'm alluding to. I smiled as warm and she nods a little, like she just made up her mind about you. I can't get on board with that. Hey, good. Well, I should be getting back. I got Bartitsu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow. And if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Alright, take care. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all customers. Alright, well... Doing. Tuesday. Oof. Okay, so before we go, let's drop a little quick save. And actually, what, you have a notebook? Oh, right, I do have profiles on everyone. Oh, I do have... Wait, there's a second favorite. What is that? Oh, okay, so I can actually figure out if they have another favorite. Okay, good. Because I was trying to note it on the side, but let's go. Alright then, so this awkward gentleman. Okay, anyone who's wearing gloves inside, that's already a bad sign. Because the only person I know who wear gloves all the time was Sonny Fedland, and when he was around, it was probably not because he wanted to pass by and say hi. Alright, a new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room, and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times. like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. Rude. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar? No butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Is there anything in particular? I don't care. You choose. Oh shit. You lift a clean glass, place on the table. Ready to serve. Cheers. Anything. What does he look like he would like? Oh, it actually shows his tolerance. Okay, so if I give him something like the night count, he's probably gonna drink it and head home. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe, what's this? Ice cube, sugar, whiskey, bitters, orange. Actually, this is very close to my favorite cocktail. Or, well, it kind of depends, because the one I like the most, you can make it, you can have a lot of different versions of it. But you know what, let's try give him this. It kind of depends if you like the orange though. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very pleasant, actually. You have probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Business? He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. The headline reads, Latest Bukovi Boulevard victim identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukovi police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukovi killer. Are you going to have a look? Alright, have a good one, Obsidian. Get some good rest. And I hope you get some good sleep. The body of 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Saran and lifetime resident of Bukovi, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley of Bukovi Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as The Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldea urges the public to be careful and come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation, as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely this establishment? I guess you spring to mind. I mean, so far we've not really met anyone, right? We had Clara and we had our landlord, so I'm gonna say not really. I doubt that. None. Really? There's a lot of unusual behavior around right now. Did you read the news yesterday? Speakeasy guest found dead. And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place a speakeasy. Or I can just start making a drink for my new friend. You want to try smart ass it? I mean, 100%. If this guy's acting like 100, he's a cop, okay? It's super obvious by this point. Obstinate. Oh, fuck. Okay, you know what? We're gonna use the quick load there, and I'm just gonna have to... Fuck, do I really have to go all this blah 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 too? Ah, piss. Okay, you know what? I should have quick saved before. We're gonna give him the same thing again. It's fine. Okay, let's try, and I don't think this guy is much for smart assery, so we're gonna try and not do that this time. Okay, well, we've been through this. No, let's just say not really. You know, we're gonna be honest. Speakeasy. Exactly. Okay, at least now that makes him like us a little bit more. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name is Constable Yu. Yeah, I knew. That was very obvious from the start. That this guy was a copper. Alright. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. You going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours. So one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help. You'd be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection. From me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar. It's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer. With your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where you found Natalia Reed. Do that. And I might extend your time. It might just extend your time a bit longer, so we can figure out who's behind all this. Okay, let's quick save here. You drinking here's... Okay, this guy does not want to smartass. I'm guessing there's no way out. He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. I understand. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? Let's say, where should I start, maybe? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. I'll see what I can do. Well, how do I investigate? A bit of a stupid question because he wants me to talk to people. So let's not ask that and just say, all right, let's move on. You're part of this now. All right. So our little tutorial here is more than eager to tell us that speaking with customers will provide us with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Using the show clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to, letting you ask them for more information or confront them with evidence. Okay, so it's Ace Attorney. I've been there. I know how this works. Presenting clues to your customers is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi, but be careful. Showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. Alright. This case is the highest priority, and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters, and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe. And save some lives while we're at it. No pressure though. And with that he leaves. That is quite a difficult predicament we're in, huh? And I think we're gonna have to think a little bit about how we want to deal with that. And by that I mean, I'm gonna take a quick break here. So make sure you get yourself something to drink. I would suggest water, but considering this game, I'm not gonna stop you from getting something else. And I will see you back in a brief moment, alright? Thank you for being here. Enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. Also, we're setting a precedent here of people wearing gloves inside are never good news. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Oh, no, he definitely does. Welcome to the nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again. Not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my tastes. Miss me, Peter? Let's go for it. Every day. I was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Sure. He raises his eyebrows and shoves a few coins away. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? You anything that you like? Going all sweet on me now, but I'd like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to unmute the game. Well, then there's, see if I can remember what you like. Okay, so he likes coffee. He likes it to be quite strong. I think probably Cold Winter is a good choice. So what is this? Yeah, see, this one is coffee, and then... But then there's also syrup in there, which he said doesn't like. So let's give him a Cold Winter. He also seems like someone who has a heart of ice, so that makes perfect sense. Bang. Frosty. I think I probably would enjoy something like this myself very much. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. So you're a bartender now. What? Whoa, did he just like... I think... Well, no, I think the affection went up that much because now he knows 100% that it's us, right? Alright, so you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one. But if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla. But as long as you don't own money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with a frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often. How can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. Let's just go for the quick saves. That's a little blood. I think that might work actually for someone like him, right? Yeah, there you go. I'm a teddy bear. I got claws, but I don't want to get them out when I'm trying to hold my wine glass. You notice him bite the inside of his cheek. For a moment you think he's gonna try denying it. Instead he shrugs. I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in, and the deals people make. Neutral? I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They knew the deal I was getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me, who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now if you excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me. I need to take care of that. Sure thing. Okay, so there's also somebody who is looking really depressed. Okay, so yeah, so Peter is definitely someone we know from our criminal past, who is a debt collector, from what I understand. So not someone who you want to get. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get on his bad side, but at least as unsavory as he might be, or at least let's say a bit scummy as he might be a good lead for us. So I would rather stay on his good side. Do we want to talk to the woman? She looks like she's having he just looks really, really down. Hey, you know what? We should probably talk to him. Right. It's a gloomy priest. A miserable looking man sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he peruses the drink stacked behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. You have any preference aside from strong? Not really, just strong. Okay. What does the goddess want you to order? Just make me a drink quickly with less jokes. Okay, gotcha. So he says something strong, but he doesn't seem to have much tolerance. So let's try and hit something. You have like a good 5 somewhere? I mean, this is a pretty safe. I would say most people would probably like this the most. Like this is a Bloody Mary. That's really niche. Not a lot of people are gonna appreciate tomato juice to acquire taste. I mean, this one is called Evening Prayer. We should probably give him that, right? It's a bit on the nose, but I think he's gonna like it. All right, there we go. Let's see if he thinks this tastes divine. Goes down quite nicely. He shrugs. Places the glasses back against his lips and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is alcoholic. We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is that bad? If you do confessions too, you wouldn't ask. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Well, here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his head, and takes his leave. Well... yeah. I don't think there was much else we could have done about that. I mean, he brought up the subject of how bad it is, so... I guess we're gonna have to deal with that, so then let's go talk to her. Very bougie looking person. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in the pocket mirror for readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think, this grand a place below a bookstore. How very... Vincent. You know Vincent? Yeah, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. Vincent hasn't meant... This is the wrong thing to say. But... I guess you're saying it. No, he mustn't. Carmine, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on. A VB kind of affair. I'm an actress / singer / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. My voice is silky and delicate, like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it, even though it drips with audacity. Oh, so we can either lie and say, oh, that one, or he never mentioned it. No, we're gonna lie. Come on. First, we're gonna quick save, which is something I really wish that I had in real life before I told anyone anything, but that is not an option. So yeah, we're gonna say, yeah, he mentioned you. See, we all need a little push to jog our memory sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved the performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand. Maybe. The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gong on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure, and also my extreme humility, of course. Here's your drink. You buying, darling? Put on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance. Is there anything you fancy? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Well, we have a tropical drink in here, so let's give her something fabulous. I mean, if she likes tropical fruit, we have the pirate one, which is straight up... What is it in here? Coconut. Cornucopia. Oh, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. How are you? Welcome to the Gilded Cage. How are you doing? How did you find the channel? And Thank you for stopping by. I can guess from your name you're also a fellow bird, which is something I'm very happy to see. And what I'm also... Well, what we're gonna see on screen in a moment is I'm gonna serve her this the pirate drink. Thank you, no. You're enjoying your lunch break at work? Oh, congratulations. And also welcome in, Dinky Dins. I adored the sprites, amazing, thank you. Well, you saw me on recommended on Twitch, and as a fellow bird lover, I had to come to see. You're the second one today. I don't know what the algorithm is doing, but I'm not hating it so far. Welcome in. If you like birds, then you are definitely in the right spot. So... Oh god, no. Why did you have to hit that? Fuck, I forgot how loud that was. Damn. I'm sorry about that. No, I like that a lot. Thank you so much for passing in. Do you also broadcast yourself, or are you just go around looking for birds? If I can ask that. Oh, yeah, we should probably get this drink mixed as well before I mess up again. There we go. Astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine. Absolutely brilliant use of in everything. Inspirational, honestly. I mean, this was the only drink we had that had anything tropical in it. It wasn't exactly hard to guess that you were going to enjoy it, Olivia. I do stream if you mean by broadcast. Yeah, I'm saying fancy words. That was exactly the question. Like, do you also stream? Because not so uncommon for people passing in that also. Yeah. I'm having a look right now. Oh yeah, that looks that's looking quite cool. You wanted to make sure. No, I get that too. I know about the common etiquette, right? It's not really done to start talking about what you do yourself without being prompted, or at least that's how I feel about things. Yeah, all right. But yeah, I hope you. If you do, then I hope you're having a lot of fun with it so far, and I wish you a lot of success. Alright, she says, what a day. Oh, did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her finger to pull you close. Well, today, I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold. Something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? And thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Right back at you. Let's say absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it. But well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more we'll find out soon. Ha! Picture me in my sultry voice, broadcast nationwide to the people of Sarah, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Now, I don't know how to feel about saying like, oh yeah, even poor people can listen to me. That's not very nice of you. Come on. But then again, if you see what kind of persona she is, I'm not surprised. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know. Sure. Olivia swills the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before settling the empty glass down beside her hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back. Though hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up, winks at you, and takes her leave. I don't think she drinks very much if that already makes her stumble around. Alright, see you soon. I think that's everyone we've had so far, so let's hit the quick save again. Yeah, it's looking very empty, so let's hit the bell. At the end of each day, you return to your home office, where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make new deductions. Besides structuring your thoughts, is this really a conspiracy board? Right? The one with the red string and the pins? That would be pretty funny though. We're connecting by red string. It is. Okay. The clue board also has another very important function. Some clues can be connected to form new evidence. If you spotted a contradiction or two pieces of evidence that tell you something about the same person or event, try combining them. You can combine two clues by connecting their pins with red string. To place a clue you have found on the board, simply click and drag them over from the clue list on the Pepe Sylvia board. I'm not trying to think if that's the character from the meme. That's from Arrested Development, right? But I've never seen it. I know the meme, but I don't know the name of the character. But is that what you are thinking of? Or am I missing something? So clues on the board can be arranged as you wish to help you in investigation. Also, welcome in Dinky Din. Sorry, I must have said hello, I'm not sure, but hello in again. It's from Always Sunny in it's the other show. But at least I know what you were referring to. Okay, that's good. I got some of it, at least. So at any point, you can remove a clue from the board by dragging and dropping it back in the clue list, should you feel a piece of information is no longer important. The two clues you have right now seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click one of the pins, then drag the string to the other clue pin. See what happens. Peter's street smarts. Peter frequented the last drop, the speakeasy where Natalia Reed's murder took place, before it was shut down. You should be able to tell me who else went there to drink, and if any of them visit the nightcap. Right. Congratulations, you have created a new combined clue. Combined clues are key to your investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these new clues will often lead you to new insights as well. Not all clues can be combined, of course, but if you're ever stuck, try and see if there are any new deductions you can make. To proceed to the next day, click on the code track to the side. I'm assuming... Yeah, there's not much combinable anymore with this, but... And so the last drop is... okay, so this clue is about the murder, and then Peter mentioned that he liked to go there. Okay. There's a painting here of Vincent, that's pretty funny as well. So, alright, let's go to the next day. And see who it is. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people here today. And, well, says Peter. Look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you're a beacon in the night. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Now press the show clue button to open the notebook and present him with a new combined clue. Select the Peter Street March clue to ask him for more information. Let's try it. The story about the broad that got iced at the speakeasy. What about it? You have the perfect voice for this style. Thank you. I personally don't like my voice very much, but I hope I can improve, and I hope that at some point I can keep it more consistent. Because I don't know, every time I listen to it myself, it sounds like I sound exhausted. And I can't really do voices, so I think that's a bit of a downside, because I know there's a lot of people that when they want to see visual novels or narrative style games, they like it when people can do different characters. I can't. I more or less have my one voice. But I thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. And yeah, it gives me motivation to keep going. So what do you think happened, Peter? You read the story. I'm sure the journals did a great job. They always do. Come on, don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing. And for what? I got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same stories. The hoi polloi get all worked up. And ain't no one got the real facts. Except for the ones who know how to keep their mouths shut. And folk who say the city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed up wrong.
Sokovia officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who has experience. Someone who planned it out real careful and who's done it before. So I'm inclined to trust Peter on this, mostly on the part of if he says it was a professional hit, because we both come from that. Well, I don't know if he's a hitman, but definitely an underworld character, so he probably... and I think he trusts me enough to ask, did you visit that speakeasy? Yes. And? Plenty of folk went there, so don't go making any inferences. You know where the line is. No need to see what happens if you step over. So who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Alina Dragos. The type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made it big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at the poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If I was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Durant, the rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. You taking roll call? If this bartending dig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an interpret reporter. What do you think of that, Scoops? Okay, I was just curious. Let's catch up. Alright, so. So the exclamation mark means that it's gonna take an action from him. So I think before that... Actually, I can serve him a drink, so... I'm trying to think if I give him something a little stronger, he might be able to tell me something. You like a drink, Peter? Maybe just one. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say. Oh, that's kind of exactly what I'm trying to fish for, because... he does like this coffee. Just a moment, I need to check the notebook thing. Does it say, does he like anything? He likes a couple things, actually. Do I want to risk giving him something a bit more, with a bit more punch? Might be worth a try. So he likes the coffee stuff, so I could... I don't know if he'd like this, though. Stiposec gin vermouth. That's a Negroni, I think. So he really like... I know he likes coffee. He'll probably like this one too. But no, it's sweet. We're gonna try it. And if he hates it, we'll do a quick load, alright? These drinks sound amazing. They're very close to real drinks, actually, from what I can tell. But yeah. Oh, he actually does like this one. Okay. He says, I'm usually not a fan of surprise in my drinks, but this is good. So now the question is, I can probably prod him a bit about Natalia. Shame about her accident. So Natalia Reid is the woman that got murdered, right? You mean her murder? Murder then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it's real odd that she got iced. Why is it odd? She didn't seem like the victim type, you know? Can you elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment, and you see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational, fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times too. Usually the ones that are victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk, she'd probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed from behind, right? Whoever stuck her probably thought they couldn't take her in a fight. The police, whoever is holding your leash, should be looking at cowards. That's what we should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? You're asking a lot of questions. People with our backgrounds know better. No one ever got iced for asking too few questions. You're right. Hey, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess. Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back, so I get it. Yeah. I think we're okay for now.
I'd rather talk to somebody else first, and then maybe we can ask him about the job, but I have to be a bit careful maybe. Right. But just say I need to get back to some work. Right, I'll be off then. Yeah, what? He's just sitting there on the staircase. That's so sad. Do we want to talk to someone from this group first, or about the? You know what? We always talk to people in the corner because they seem a bit more. What is with all these upset people in here, right? But I guess if you come alone to a bar, you're probably not in the happiest place. So let's go have a look at that. Ooh, yeah, he's in a bad mood. All right. A moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. It's hard to brood properly on a comfy couch. That is true. But I don't know if I would go to a... You've seen awkward mess you went alone to a bar. It is something. I can't really recommend it. I think honestly the only times I've been alone to a bar is really because I'm waiting for the other people to arrive and I'm early. So yeah, in most cases you'll end up sitting somewhere and read something. Like I mean, to everyone else it just looks like I'm dicking around with my phone, but I have an ebook on there and don't talk too much. I think in general, you know, they always say like you can talk to the bartender like we're doing in this game, but I think in these times they're too busy, and unless you're a regular, that doesn't really work, right? If they know you well enough, you can have a little chat with them, but I think in general I wouldn't do it. Or well, don't expect them to have much of a conversation out of you know, a bit of small talk. Right, so you had a long day at the long day factory, sir? Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Okay, yeah, he's really mad. Alright, sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palms up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass. Yeah, all my glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences. Smudges and such. Okay, one glass, no smudges. Good. I'll have that cocktail. I'm waiting. Well, is there anything you enjoy? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty? Alright. Oh, he actually takes a careful look at my glass first. I hope it's good. It's gonna be good. If he wants something minty, then yeah, we can go for... Actually, we could also try serve him... This is the obvious choice, right? There's a mint punch, but I'm kind of tempted to give him the bullet. As in the drink, not, you know, shoot him. That would be really, really bad. I mean, it would make the constable's case very easy, because then we shot someone in a speakeasy and, you know, problem solved. Well, at least for us it's over, but it doesn't really help us get any closer to finding out what happened to Natalia Reed. Okay, let's try giving him the Moscow Mule equivalent. You would have someone to blame for sure. Oh, you bet. Yeah. So, by the way, because you were asking, should I call you just Owl, or should I call you Queen Owl, or Corner, or whatever you prefer? But since you were asking, this is a real drink, so it is called Copper Bullet in the game, but in real life, if you ordered this, it would be called Moscow Mule. It would come in a copper cup like this, and it would be, it's vodka, ginger ale, and lime juice, or just squeezed lime, and then they would also decorate it with pieces of lime like this. Yeah, Owl just works fine. About you, any nicknames? I prefer Jay. I know some people call me J Birb, which I like a little less. Some people call me just Birb or Borb, which is fine, I suppose. The only thing is, don't Don't put down don't write Birb Games. That's the brand. That's not my name. So please don't do that. That makes me feel like I'm being scolded by my parents. And also welcome in, Harmony. How's it going? How's your lunch break? How's your Tuesday going so far? You actually got the Moscow Mule. Imagine. That's a lot of coincidence. I should really add some drinks in there. Maybe some... I don't know how much it would bend Twitch's rules, though, if I put some actual recipes in there or something close to an actual recipe. That might not be... This is helpful. I don't think you need this help, Harmony, but I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Alright then. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with his sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. You a big drinker? There's not much else to do in Bukovi. To be honest, I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got cancelled. You open the whole week? Oh no. It's on a Wednesday. Are you open the weekend? It's Wednesday. Have some patience. We are. Good. That's when I usually need a drink. As do we all. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Who would cancel on this fine man? I mean... I know you told you Birb to not confuse myself with J. Yes, but that's because... That's pretty logic, because calling them J-Raf is more awkward than Birb. It's the same number of syllables, really. You know what? Maybe I should send him a strongly worded letter saying that I will not stand for this anymore, and that he should capitulate and be called J-Raf from now on when I'm around. Yeah. But yeah, cancel. I don't know if it could be anything really. But yeah, he doesn't look too out of the. Yeah. It's rough out there. Yeah. Pre-planning the crash out. Oh, I don't. If it's The problem is that we're in the prohibition, right? So I'm not really sure if getting smashed is a good idea. Your lunch break's over, so you have to head back to work. Have a nice evening. Have a nice good day at work. Good luck. Right. I don't remember what he just said before. Is there like a log in this game or shit? Ah, here we go. Oh, I'm Elliot. Right. I mean, if he says that, it would be kind of rude to stay quiet. Just say, "Nice to meet you." No, I should head home. Thanks a lot for the drink. I'll be back soon. Alright, you have a good one. Oh, alright then. Let's have a chat with... He looks like he's gonna be a pain in the ass the most. She seems the most reasonable, actually. Let's talk to her. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get you? I don't really know, if I'm honest. Too many options. How about I choose? I appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here, so. Something light though. I have work in the morning. Also, you can tell from the bar her tolerance is really low. I'm looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Anything you're fond of? May sound odd, but tomato. Well, okay, well, that's a bit of a giveaway then. It's not too strong either. But, I don't know if so this is obviously a Bloody Mary. I don't think I've never had one, and I don't really know if I would like to have one. Like, tomato soup is fine. Give her actually give her straight up tomato soup. I could give her a gazpacho, I guess, but I don't know why a bar would be serving gazpacho. It would be kind of weird. But if she wants the Bloody Mary, I'll give her one. There you go. That's lovely. Thank you. Hey, we did right. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. Oh yeah, it comes with a pickle and a celery too. Oh, I don't know. I'd rather not have this. You're as welcome as anyone. There we go. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will arrest me any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine. But I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yeah, I think you do. I'm Maria Popa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I don't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about how her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. That is certainly a conversation of all time. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to the table. Well... So who should we talk? Well, not her, because we're not going to call her right back. Should we talk to the snooty guy, or... Yeah, you know what, fuck it, let's get it out of the way. The boy in pink. Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, then you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. So before any of you in chat get any ideas, it's because we used to be criminal, okay? It's not that kind of experience. Don't get any ideas, alright? He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. Rude? What can I get you? Surprise me. Some hint, maybe? Well, I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think? You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the 3 girls he came in with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so 10 bar and serve me something. I don't drink much and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. Yeah, I can deal with that. Thank you. Alright. Let's ask again. So, something sweet. Alright. Sweet and rum. We can do that. Let's get you something nice. There's a bit of a lightweight as well. I think I might actually try give him the... So this is wait, pineapple. This is a pina colada. I think I'll try give him that because that's gonna be pretty sweet. It has rum in it. I think this. What is this? Rum. That's That's a mojito. Okay, now we'll try the pirate. There we go. Bam. Have the pineapple, dude. Not a drink I'm very fond of myself, but I don't like to drink a real pina colada. You need to put Malibu in, which is coconut liquor. I'm not super fond of that stuff. I could get used to this. I'm Killian. You might have my parents at some point. The Durants. Might have. You might have met a doctor with that surname. Oh, it's fuzzy. Fine people. I suppose as private doctors. Perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that he pays, turns around, and goes to sit back at the table. Have a nice evening yourself, I guess. Fucking hell. What kind of people am I dealing with here? Maybe she's a bit more reasonable. Alright. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you, a tad confused. Evening. Hello. So, what can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong but also craving something sweet. What can you do? Well, I can try and help you make up your mind. That would probably help. Okay, let's roll the dice. Surprise me. So, what do you like again? Strong and sweet. Okay, let's see. Thinking. Okay, she has pretty good tolerance, so she probably wants something with a bit more kick to it. I think I might try it with this one, because this one has... It's sweetened, it has a bit of wine in it. A cocktail that has wine... Oof. I have seen this before, by the way. It's not... this is not something the game invented. There are cocktails that have wine in them. But I would personally never mix this because I've seen the recipes for some of these and they need, what is it, 15 milliliters of wine? So what are you going to do with the rest? Like, wine doesn't come in tiny bottles. Not most of the time anyway. I'm not going to pour out a whole bottle of wine just for one cocktail. But we're going to give it a go. Let's see how this works out. This little gem of a drink. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Thanks. Have you been open long? You love a good New York sour, but I've never drank enough wine to buy a bottle for it either. What is a New York sour? I don't think I've heard of this one. I think this is the drink this is based on. I'm pretty confident that this what they call the Eastern Ruby in this game is a New York sour. Although it doesn't seem to have the egg in it, but okay. Well, have you been open long? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. Below a bookshop too. Whiskey sour with red wine float? Yeah, that looks like it. Actually, it does look like it has the egg on it as well. Looking at it served like that. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How do you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Should we just name drop Vincent? Yeah, because she's talking about the bookstore. She said Vincent owns the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. This is someone mentioned by Peter, that she used to go to the last drop. I brought a few friends along. We're already a bit tipsy, if you haven't noticed already. Shouldn't have to tell you that. They reek of booze. You hide it well. Yeah, we found a bottle in the basement, and we're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. You too. Alright then. So, we have to remember... Durant, he also went there. Okay, so there's two people. Hugo would be very interested. Oh, Hugo is Hugo is the police officer, the constable. Okay, so we should try and probe into those two later because they have been there to the same speakeasy. Let's have a chat with her. I think she mentioned her friend was named Wendy, so I think this might be Wendy. A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing, and she scans the room, then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up, with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get you? This place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Alina mentioned the speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded into the Bukovi boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems to have flowed past this venue without impact. You do keep some really, really stuck-up friends, don't you? I can't... Let's just go with I can't tell that's a compliment. As most to one is what you're likely to get from me. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father. Obviously, everyone here has to name drop their own family. You haven't, but she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you need to ask around too much on my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname for you. Okay. Would you like a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like to drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look just a little more fabulous, but not too much. Okay, so... Okay, so not too strong. What would someone like her take? Honestly, I'm pretty tempted to... Before I'm gonna quick save. I'm pretty tempted to give her the same thing as her friend. Fits like the... Actually, that might be a little strong for her, no? Nah, I think I'll be fine. Let's see. If it works, we run it back. twist. Not bad, but too many of these and I'll get bored. I'll take this back to my table now, darling. Well, enjoy. Okay, we need to start probing a little bit more. Let's start with you again. Bartender, meet again. That does tend to happen if you visit. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? Did you know? Okay, this is gonna go very poorly. I feel, because this is too on the nose. I don't think that's gonna work. What do you think of Alina? Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. Very poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone from her can come. Actually, am I an idiot? Who is Alina? Oh, she's her. Okay, right. The one in yellow. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me. But even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. What is with this guy? Sure. Alright. We're gonna hit that again. Maybe we can ask it, actually. Did you know her? A little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get a radio cab back home. Really? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with more grace, like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yes, Alina told me this morning. I was rather sad, but it's more in that fleeting, oh maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't even know her, so... I do not like this guy. You will die. He's just gonna threaten him like that. Fuck it, let's try it. Is that a threat? It's just a fact. It's not a nice thing to say, is it? You know, let's I think we're good here. Let's have fun. Oh, we certainly will. Actually, what was there something else? So him we just talk about the job, right, or something. Let's try to talk to her again, because she also needs what does a girl need to do to get a drink? You already have one. Let's catch up. So we're gonna ask her what you think, what do you read, what's your job, who are your friends, are you single? Okay, let's not go with the dating one, but let's ask about her friends, right? You know, I don't particularly like the nouveau riche or the old riche. Killian is sweet but painfully innocent. Wendy has her moments. The only person I really want around me is Maria. So what's so good about her? She's just the most down-to-earth person. I've known her for most of my life. The others, though. So why do you socialize with them? Because they're useful. The wealthy don't see us as people. We're tools. So I've sort of adopted that mindset. Ah, okay, you're trying to... Connections, huh? But you're rich. You're not getting it. I was born poor. That stain stays with you. For Killian, he was born middle class, so he's closer to home. I might be wealthy now, but I didn't come into money through gem mining or property or an aristocratic aunt. Gambling. My father has money now, but all that means he has more to lose, and gamblers always lose in the end. If I don't ingratiate myself with these people, maybe even shack up with one of them, I will have nothing again. I'll be nothing to them. In the grand scheme, I'm a blip. A momentary fleeting thing in these people's lives. I've got to hook them in, get them invested, and eventually probably marry one if I want to keep this lifestyle. I just wished I could, I don't know, trust them a little bit more. Some of them are decent, I think. But I know where I came from, and I know I won't go back. That has to be my focus. So you think all they do is use people, so you use them yourself too. I can quite understand why I think I can see why the lack of trust comes from. I don't really agree with this mindset. That's quite the plan. isn't it? I'm a chess player. Planning ahead is what I do. Still, it seems a bit cynical, we say. To which she says, you mean pragmatic? Seeing how quickly people changed the way they treated me, the money I got money left me a little jaded, I suppose. On good days, I think my new friends aren't like that. They're better than that. Wendy and Killian might have more to them than I admit, but I still don't fully trust them. Yet. Good to know. Let's ask her about the nightcap or the last drop. Okay, I'm gonna try ask it very directly by saying my friend told me you were there. Sure, I visited. That brought me nothing. She just said I went there. That... Right. I used to go with my father. It's close to the casino. Okay, I'm burning through my actions here. Should we try prodding to Maria? Yeah, let's try that. What about this? You two dating? Oh, that's a very direct question. Maria, no. But we're close. I must have been mistaken. Fucking hell, man. You can't just make assumptions like that. That's how you get into trouble. Yeah, I get it a lot. Alina is still blushing. This topic seems to be something she wouldn't discuss unless she really trusts you. Ah. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. See you later. Okay, so we kind of did burn through our actions a little bit there. Because... Oh, she just walked off. Okay, well, I guess that's how it works. Okay, so we didn't really learn anything from that. Aside from, yeah, she did go there. So, can I maybe ask him about this? Let's try it. Sure, I visited. Is that... Oh shit, how far back is this? My last save. Oh, just back here, okay. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so I do lose my action if I do that. I don't think I'm gonna get anything useful out of him if I do that. So let's go with the drinking thing again. Ha, you're right. I don't enjoy this. The drinks are well enough made, but I simply can't become accustomed to the taste. I must persevere. You don't have to, you know? I started going to bars to be around Alina and Wendy. With a killer going on the loose, I'd like to keep an eye on them. Very gallant. I've had my eye on Alina for a bit. We've gone on a few dates. I think she really likes me, but she has a guard dog. Maria's hackles are up, and she has fangs. In fact, I was thinking of paying for Maria to attend a distant chess tournament, just to have more time with Alina alone. Perhaps take her to Mary Ober's for steak roulade. You mind keeping that to yourself? Yeah, that's a really shitty scheme, my dude, but I'm not gonna talk about that. Your plan's safe with me. Good. It's stressful, though, trying to keep my intentions secret. I'm only in here in pursuit of the object of my affection? Wow, that's shallow. People are so shallow. What is this game? And this constant boozing is worrying my mum. Okay, so it's not because of your health, it's not because it's illegal, it's because it worries your mom. I usually wouldn't listen to her, but she holds great sway over my disposable income. Alright, well, we can ask him one more thing. So, let's try asking about the murder. Yeah, I visited often. Put provision at the end to that. Oh. If I don't come home, my mommy is gonna be angry. Really? Oh, what are these people? Okay. I think that's probably a good time to take another break before I get too upset at these characters. I know they're not real. Don't worry. Can try ask. Actually, we have quite a lot of actions to work with. Do I have anything? I can ask her. Shit, what's this? I'm sorry if you heard that. That was not on purpose. Let's try ask her about... Wait, before I do that, I'm gonna see, because if it wastes my action, it's not nice. Let's see if I can ask her about her friends going to the last shop. Sure, Lena has been there. Amazing. What a revelation. What a good use of our time. Alright. Tell me about yourself. What would you like to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that... Thank you for the follow, and that is a nickname and a half. Welcome in. How is it going? Say, is that okay? I work at that old tailor's in the stacks. The other girls, it seems... That is a horrible nickname for a tailor. I hate it so much. But it... Okay, it's kind of funny, actually. Talk about drinking and for dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I knew that place would catch fire one day. There was a fire? That building is a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. You play chess? When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them. I see things. Patterns. Not just in the fabric, but in the city, in people. And most of all, in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me. Competition. Even without candy. Victory's still sweet. You a grandmaster? Not quite. But I've won the tournaments. We both won a few. But none that were official or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I once asked her what her secret is. I never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. You have any other hobbies that aren't so intense? Cooking, I guess. I make great sarmale. But this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drink order. Yeah, that's fair. She just said that they play chess, but sure, let's ask more about the chess. Yeah, we do, yeah. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a chess club in school. We were rivals, but ended up being best friends. That is a very long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. Does that sound strange? I mean, I've heard of a lot of people talk about living rent-free living inside other people's heads, so that's reasonable. A little bit. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day. And to beat, so... Oh my god, give me a skinny... What is... Get out of my bar, Snowcay. What is wrong with you? And to beat all those stuffy old men at the chess council together. We know each other so well now. Leaves. Okay. Don't let the door hit you. On your way out. We know each other so well now. I'm not sure if practice is helping us get to the next level. But I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bukovi's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won the tournament a few weeks ago. And I came second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals and it was intense. It felt like my whole life was building to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we already qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the Grandmasters. So in a way, the final was like a victory lap for us. Have I talked about chess too much? Sometimes I can't tell if I'm talking too much about something I love. But either way, thanks for listening. Anytime. I mean, talking about chess is... there's a lot of other things. I would rather talk about chess than about a whole bunch of other things. I'm actually not not very good at chess, but I do like it. It's not bad. But I don't really practice it a lot. I don't know. I know roughly, and you know, it's not like I don't know the rules, but I know roughly what to work towards. But for the rest, no, I'm not very good at chess. Right. So maybe ask her if she'd heard about Natalia, the accountant. I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw the headlines, like the start of some macabre murder mystery, with about the cheering ending. Probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Well, let's hope. I just ask her if she's not much of a drinker, is she? No, not at all. If I'm honest, I come here because Alina asked me along, and leaving her at the bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a nice friend. I think so too. Alina and I have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe. Even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting. Though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. I have tried this. It's impossible. It's impossible to read. You cannot follow anything. Reading in a bar is sad. Okay, listen here, protagonist. Your bar is under a bookshop, right? You need to at least lean into it a bit, though. Plus, there's all these books over. Yeah, so say you're welcome to read anything. Really? I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library? Alright. I guess there's not much else we can talk about. We already asked... What's this? Oh, this is how the game works. Okay. And then... we got a guidebook for the probationary constable? Yeah, there's not much else we can ask about, so I assume we're gonna leave it there. And then we'll talk a bit more to her friend. We'll talk a bit to... no, not her. God damn it. I misclicked. No, you can leave again. No, I don't want to talk to you. It's kind of sad. You can just call the same person over and go, no, actually, I don't want to talk to you. Send them back and then, no. Okay, let's try to talk to Wendy again. We meet again. That kind of happens. I'm the only one person working here. Okay. This poor woman already walking back and forth with her Bloody Mary, exactly. Trying not to spill, considering it's probably filled to the top with that stick of celery jammed in there. Oh, and imagine spilling it. She's wearing white pants. Everyone here has really fancy clothes. And then she spills tomato juice all everywhere. Those friends are going to be really happy about that. How does she know everyone? I'm cordial with Alina and Maria. And I know Killian. We met a while ago at the tango class. You know, in pre-prohibition times. She's the bravest person in this bar for that drink choice alone. I mean, spilling this with the red wine in it is also going to ruin some clothes if you really want. But tomato juices, that's a whole different level. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything genuine. You feel the same? Or are you an open book? I don't know, Wendy, like, how long do you know these people? Because if most people you've just met don't open up like that. Stop the quick save. I think if we say this is a lie, right? The way we're playing our character now. Yeah. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Good. We have secrets that could ruin you. Sharing them with people is like handing them a loaded pistol. In this case, though, we are all breaking the rules to be here. So it does encourage a kind of mutual trust-distrust paradox. Let's keep each other's secrets together, lest we ruin the fun for everyone. You at risk being here? She laughs, and for the first time it sounds genuine. You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. You've known plenty like her, and learned to never let your guard down around them. No, I wish there was something as exciting as a police informant among us. Among us? A mongoose? But alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. Dirt poor, in fact. But you can tell. If you look closely, you can tell. What is with the class divide in this place? the most judgmental crowd I've had to deal with in my life. She purses her lips briefly, a smile flashing across her face. It's not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly? What an odd concept. Alina pays for everything. Maria is a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we must. In her position, maybe I'd do the same. The poor girl's head must be spinning. Evenings the casinos, speakeasies and clubs with Alina, then back to her threadbare bedsheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. Do you even like Maria? As I said, the three of us, Alina included, are cordial. They could grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks, which I like. Imperfections. And they're both sharp as tacks if you haven't heard. Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Alina hides it under a layer of, well, bluntness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls Alina and Maria. If they would just ease off on the chest chat and address the sexual tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. Yeah, I think we can agree on that. I'm gonna try ask her as well about that her friends go to the last drop. Okay, yeah, that was the classic this has nothing to do with me. Alright. Does she know anything about Natalia? The dead woman? I knew of her. It's quite unavoidable when you're in the company of Alina Dragos. Especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I could bore you with long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants. But why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant once again. Just give me a warning before you do, so I may cover my ears in time. I will try. Okay, that was a pretty good hint, though, that we should probably try and dig or speak to Alina again just to see what we can do there. Let's ask her about yourself. I love that idea. Of course you do. Nobody here seems to have any kind of humility. She opens her mouth in mock surprise. Now that's how the little delight and giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, Homeheath, out in the country. I moved to Bookview because I got bored, and I come to dive bars like this because I love the entertainment. Dive bar, I'd say you'd fit right in. Oh, we sparring. That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. Let's just say, yeah, I'll play along. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's go to each other better, or worse if you prefer. I'll start. I was born, I moved here, and now I'm sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone with a very colorful background. I guess criminals can be dangerous. I know a lot, darling, and most of what I know, I keep to myself. This has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have repartee with someone who can keep up. Chin chin. Sure. Alright. I misclicked. What a coincidence, I was born too. Hey, welcome in, Pon Pon. How's it going? I'm glad you were born. I'm glad you were all born. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We already went through this. I just misclicked. I don't know why I would click the other options. I don't think that works. It's kind of strange the game lets you do that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, then let's ask her about the last thing, which is ask her about the jewelry. So you wear a lot of expensive stuff. Sexy? Yes. By virtue of being in this channel, or in this chat, you are automatically sexy. These are the rules. You be sexy. Okay, if you have to proclaim it yourself, that decreases it by 2 points. Does that mean you can be double sexy? How can... What do you mean? You mean you're saying you were already sexy before and then you show up here? I mean... Does it cancel each other? Oh, okay, now you lost me. How do you mean canceling out? Right? Like, for me, canceling out is like between sexy and unsexy. That cancels each other out. Kind of, I guess, but... Do you mean that if you get the double, then it just becomes a regular again because you... If you are already sexy and you come here and you become... No, that's not what I said. What I said is... If you are here, you are that. Right? I have said absolutely nothing about what you were before. So if you weren't before and you are in the chat now, then I guess you have become that. But if you were already that before, then I guess your situation has not changed. It's not in the rules about being sexy to be here. Can you imagine? How do you want my mods to enforce this, Pompon? What kind of test do I have to administer to chat? Snooki is the person who thinks x plus 2 is 0, where x is greater than 0. I think, you know, instead of the sexiness test, I think I will use that test, Pompon. Ask them a nonsensical math question, and if they tell me you can't do math, then I accept them. And if they try to solve it anyway, then I ban them, because clearly they don't know that I'm trying to get them with a trick question. You never said you were good at math for a reason? I mean, if the reason is you're not... Let's change my message. It's not in the rules about you becoming sexy when you're here. But why is that a rule? Oh, because I said it's a rule. It is a rule now. It's an unspoken rule. Why would I write that in the rules? That would ruin the surprise, no? Don't you think it's much nicer, Bonbon, if people find out? Right? They stick around for a while and then suddenly, bam, they realize, hey, I'm sexy now. Don't you even... You know that is not solvable. Why are you trying to reverse my own thing back to me? Or are you implying that I'm not sexy, which is, I might have to call the mods then. That is very treacherous territory. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you're well. And let's see what Wendy has to say. Aren't you worried about being robbed? Fam would say it. The best place somebody could rob. You solve it. I just said it's not solvable. I know that because I studied this stuff, okay? I am so sexy it's contagious. By virtue of what I said just before, if I confirm it, it is no longer true. So instead I will say no comment. If I didn't wear the nice things I have, I would be living the same life as a woman who had already been robbed. An unglamorous existence. Okay, so there is some truth in this, which is that if you have a lot of nice things and you don't do anything with them, there's not much point, is there? Earrings are meant for ears, and jewels don't sparkle when kept in the box. You're not wrong. Alright. Oh, look at the time. I'm gonna make my time home before the sun comes up. Good night, Wendy. Okay, I don't think we have anything else to talk to her about, so let's have a chat with Peter. And let's ask him about how's work. Sure, I'll play on with this amnesia of yours. My job is the same as ever. And I'm a problem solver. And the problem I solve is this. What do you do when somebody who owes you money stops paying you? I make sure agreements are kept and no one breaks their word. In a way, I help all parties involved because one way or another, the deal they made won't be broken. And where possible, I hope my business never involves my friends. Business is never personal for me. But the way I do business, some people take it real personal. Gotcha. Well, I won't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get into mischief while I'm gone. It's my job. Will do. Alright, actually, so Maria is still here, but we can't really... X is the square root of 4, which satisfies x is greater than 0 because it's 2, but it's also minus 2. That is a stretch. That's a really big stretch. And the square root of 4 is also not minus 2. That is okay, no, that's just wrong. I'm gonna stress this is wrong. I know, okay. At least you're aware. Good. And that's the whole point, was to try and trick me. In which case, good job. There's still skills you could speak to or show clues. I mean, is there anything else I can show her? Right? There's nothing we can talk about, so I could show her... She's not gonna know anything about him being a debt collector, right? I'm gonna drop this pom-pom because I don't want to get into a discussion about this. Because because for me it's gonna become a discussion about what exactly does a mathematical symbol mean. Because some of them do have more specific meanings. But anyway, I should even turn off the lights while she's still sitting there. Yeah, I just say, like, you know, close the door. Don't forget to close the door when you walk out. Just leave her there. Does she know anything about the last drop? Let's try. I've never been there. I'm pretty sure Alina has. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a bust, but we're gonna have to try again tomorrow. And I think that will do it. There's nobody left. Oh, the door is there. Okay, let's see. So what did we find out? Not a whole lot, actually. Yeah, there's not much that has to do with... Okay, I know I'm just like kind of going around, but... No, I don't think we have anything to work with right now. So... Unfortunately... Not a whole lot we have. So we're gonna have to end the day there. Day 4. A clue being blacked out means you've already tried the combination and didn't connect. Ah, okay. That's good. Alright, well, there's the constable. Constable Hugo Mertens marches down the steps to the bar, his hands deep in his pockets as he inspects the other guests with confusion. After a moment, he makes his way over to you, pulls over a chair, and sits slightly too close. Constable Mertens, barkeep. Seems like business is booming. I never thought a life of crime would be this social for you. This is my job. These patrons could pass for respectable. Maybe they are. Well, my landlord is here, so it's already not respectable. I say they're good people, mostly. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to check how much you know about these supposedly good people. Someone in the street knew her. Use that knowledge to your benefit. If you have anything worth sharing with me, I'll be staying here for a while. Right, let's show him that we know. You see, Hugo would be very interested in this. So, Alina Dragos, Killian Durant, and Elliot Lynn all frequented the last drop around the time before Natalie Reed was murdered. And you say you got this information from Peter Wagner? Mr. Wagner is well known around multiple police stations throughout Bukovy. And the only reason he knew all this was because he was present at the time as well. So let's add him to our little list of suspects, shall we? So what happens now? Now that I know I'm not wasting my time with you, the next step will be figuring out which one of these 4 might be our killer. Hugo pulls out 2 photographs from his coat and hands them over. The first one shows an ornate, decorated lighter lying on the pavement. The second one shows a nasty looking syringe. It's empty, and small bits of blood can be seen around the needle. Oof. These 2 items were found at the crime scene. Check around and see what they mean to our suspects. Any more questions? Actually, maybe ask about the syringe. What is with that syringe? The murder weapon is peculiar and devious. It's some sort of lethal Oh, she was poisoned. Whoa. Back before the prohibition, it was slipped into drinks. But since then, most of the victims have been found with a puncture mark. From this needle? Correct. We tried to see if it was a special type that was used, but unfortunately this one is available at any pharmacy. Doesn't help that it's basically the industry standard for any medical profession in Zara either. Whatever the nature of the toxin, it wasn't fast. Perhaps the killer wanted to watch the victims suffer a bit before they died. That is evil. The victims each had different puncture wounds. Arms, legs, but in this case it was the back of the neck, so the perpetrator attacked from the rear. The tests that we have run so far are currently inconclusive. Damn it, if this was back in Belgium, I'd know how to find better toxicologist. Fuck, his last name is Mertens. Of course he's from fake Belgium. I should have guessed that. Do you have any toxins that have these effects? Is this where he's gonna say it's pure alcohol or something? Many simply chemicals can be lethal when injected. This perpetrator has chosen a cruel implement to achieve his goals. I am making the impression of this villain my sole mission. You're the first person I've seen pronounce that name correctly. It's not so difficult if you happen to speak the language, yeah. We have to stop him. Right. So what is with this lighter? It was close to the body and it's quite ornate. It has pattern on it. Metal flowers skirting the edges. I asked around at a few tobacco stops and always got the same answer. This one is custom made. You might guess that the killer is a smoker. It's nasty. Nasty habit. Oh. Okay, never mind. That was the wrong thing to say. Only a few million of those. Yeah, that doesn't narrow the field too much. Actually, saying that made us like us a lot, and then saying the other thing made us hate us. That's insane. Any more questions? I think we got this. Good. One last thing. Hand over your notebook. You place the notebook in Hugo's outstretched hand. He pulls a pencil out of his pocket and quickly adds a new section at the back. After looking it over one last time, he hands it back. I added some questions I need answers to when reporting my findings about the case. The detectives at the station used this method to put together a case. I intend to do the same. First, we need a suspect to investigate. We narrowed it down for 4 people already, but given working with a serial killer, we can only get a warrant for 1. After this, we need solid evidence to confront them with. The 2 things I need answered are, what is the motive, and what evidence proves the killer was present at the time of Natalia's death. If you can find clues that answer those 2 questions for any of the suspects, assign them in the section I added and hand over your notebook so we can review your findings. But you can only submit the suspect once, so you have to be sure. And you should also consider evidence that might clear a suspect. You think that'll be enough to convict them? On its own, no. But it's much easier to get a confession when you're presenting solid evidence. From there, it becomes a lot easier to arrest someone. Don't make me regret my choices here. I trust you with enough information to get me in an uncomfortable position. You let me down, and then make sure things become very uncomfortable for you. Got it? Very well. Okay, so we have a case tab now, where we can have a look at our suspects, a motive we might have, the evidence, and some defense, which is a reason it might not be them. So, for example, an alibi would go here. Once you're confident who you know who the culprit is, you can press the submit case button at the bottom of the page. Doing this will summon Hugo, who will review the details of the case and look at the evidence you have collected with a critical eye. For now, press the X in the top right. Okay, so if once we are sure, we can get Hugo there. If you're already in conversation like Hugo, like you are now, you can also press this button in the bottom right to submit your case. Once you submit a culprit, your answer can no longer be changed. You only get one shot. If you submit your case before the deadline has passed, Hugo will leave to present your case. Hey, welcome in, Chai. How was your stream? How did it go? Glad to have you here. You were playing some demos. What were you playing? Good call. Exactly. The birds are here to welcome you to the Gilded Cage. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Jay, and together with Jason, who in a very confusing juxtaposition is both to the right and to the left of me. I chose to look like this today because we are playing a game about bartending in a speakeasy, so it seemed a little more appropriate. But yeah, name is Jay. Glad to have you here, and please tell me how the stream went. And also Chai and all the raiders, if you need to raid and run, if you need to get yourself something to eat or drink, or run some errands, go to sleep, it doesn't matter. If your place right now is not here, then please go and take care of what needs to be taken care of. And if not, you're more than welcome to scoot up, grab a drink. In that case would be probably not the water I'm asking you to get, but something a bit stronger. And hope you have a good time with us. You were playing the demo for Astra Bestiary. It was fun, but you didn't get to play other games? Oh, I've never heard of Astra Bestiary. I'll definitely... Let me have a quick look at that. Oh, it's a monster taming game. Okay. Oh, it looks... Oh, that's actually some nice graphics. Interesting. You're looking forward to chilling here with what looks like a speakeasy visual novel? Yes, it is. You'll get your dinner. Thanks for the welcome. You're very welcome. I hope you have a nice dinner. I hope you have prepared yourself something nice. And, yeah. I don't know... I'm kind of thinking, I'm looking at the time. I don't know if we're going to be speakeasying that much longer, but I think we can probably knock out another day or so. So that should be good. Let's do it. It's up to you to find evidence on all suspects and figure out who is innocent and who is guilty. Their fate lies in your hand. Good luck, bartender. Alright. Should I give him a drink? Actually... Would you like a drink, Constable? I shouldn't, but perhaps just one wouldn't hurt. What did he like? I have actually no clue what he likes to drink. Right. I can't ask him what he likes. Shit. Okay, so he has pretty low tolerance, so we should probably not give him something too strong. Or maybe I should try give him the coffee one, because it has a bit of a kick in it. Oh no, we know he likes this one, but it's not his favorite. Okay, good to know. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna quick save, just to make sure that if I give him something he absolutely hates, then that's right. Let's give him the wake-up call, which is it's an espresso martini, but they named it differently. Let's see what he thinks of this. Ah, perfect. Well, as perfect as a crime can be. Okay, he actually likes this one very much. Let's go. This food animation is amazing. It's a really cool animation. I should probably... Now you mentioned it, I should probably get something like that for the stream, but that would be a lot of work. Or do you mean the mini game, or you mean the pouring out the drink? In general. But it's a cool animation, I do agree. That's actually... Do you know Peter? Peter has a storied history with the Bukavi police. You can usually count him in being on the wrong side of the law. We're working off the assumption... The liquid pouring. Oh yeah, it is a really nice one. We're working off the assumption that Peter moonlights as a henchman for bigger fish. Maybe even the Bruga Boys gang, under Carla.
It makes me wonder whether a boss like Carla could have something to do with all this. But she's white collar, and more interested in larceny and laundering than murder. Oh, actually, Carla's... Okay, good to know. Let's ask him why are you doing detective jobs, actually? Because... those idiots are so busy chasing promotions, they forget to actually look for criminals. One of them confided in me how he figured out all of the victims of the Bukovi Boulevard killer are all blonde women. He condescendingly told me to keep that to myself and be a good constable. Good we know this, though. I can tolerate them being competitive, but not when there's human lives at stake. I didn't expect you to be so noble. I'm prepared to... Oh, okay, we did that. Oh, he told me this because I gave him... Because we gave him a drink that has a bit of a kick. So he told me something you shouldn't have. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Is that really... all the victims are blonde? Is that really a hint? Okay, well, I guess. Let's ask him a little bit about himself, maybe. Yeah, his name, that's all I need to know. Let's try and push him a little bit. His favorite color? Blue. You got any hobbies? I'm partial to quantum wasting my time. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna ask. We're good. Alright, well, I guess we're done here with Hugo. And we'll see him later. And I have a case to work. Good evening, barkeep. Alright then. So we have... what's his name again? The priest, John Lacey, is here. Actually, there's a lot of people here. So, Wendy and what was her name? Maria, I think. Yeah, they're not there. And then we have our businessman. We have actually Vincent, our landlord is here. Maybe we should talk to him first. Good evening, says Vincent. I wouldn't mind a sip of something after a long day of reading. Good evening, Mr. Floor. Let's see. What am I gonna give him? Something timeless. Well, if it's gotta be timeless, I would say the equivalent of a Negroni in this game is that's a pretty timeless drink. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna experiment just a little bit. It might be that he hates this though. He's probably gonna think this is awful, so that's why the quick save, just in case. Yeah, that drink pour is pretty, it looks really good. Let's see. Delectable. Good job. Oh, he actually does like this one. Okay. I thought he would hate this, but I wasn't sure. Alright. Although we don't have much questions we can ask him. And... asking him about the lighter. I don't think Vincent has anything to do with this, but... What do you think of Killian? He's a boy in a man costume, petty and unkind. I'm against cuffing a child around the ear, but if his mother had lifted a hand now and then, he might have grown up to be a decent human. I'm pretty sure that, you know, if I tell most of my friends in education, that probably, they would very strongly disagree. There's no, this is not something that needs to be done, but, yeah, some people are just, yeah, not that tolerable, sadly. His family name is a good one, which is why his bad behavior is a shock. Vandalism, theft, scuffles, also unnecessary when his family has run into money. Killian is trouble, and those close to him need to show a firmer hand. Right. Let's just say he is certainly a bit of a brat. Taps the bar in annoyance. Typical of the nouveau riche. They can buy everything with class. That goes especially for Killian. Anything he can't obtain through money, he will attempt to obtain using less savory means. The boy doesn't understand the concept of the word no. Right. That was actually some good info to find out, which was that he doesn't like nouveau riche. And from Killian we found out that he has a bit of history of
What's this? Oh, is this the game telling me that I should probably present this to them? Okay, that's actually interesting. Okay, let's see. So there's not much point in presenting him things, I think. So I need to find out why this one looks closed. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna... It's not gonna be a good lead, I think. So what does he know about Natalia? Vincent looks down when you mention her name. He licks his lips, considering his next words carefully. I've been thinking back to when we met, briefly, at my accountant's office. She was smart, charming, and she knew when to drop that stiff, Bukovi formality and be a bit more laid back with her clients. The envelope needs to come back. Oh, thank you, that is true. I know she liked to drink. My accountant complained that she turned up worse for wear once or twice, so I imagine temperance was an issue. It was also no secret to my accountant that Natalia struggled financially due to her stubborn gambling addiction. How she managed to finance it is a mystery. Okay, that's... If we know she had financial trouble and the drinking problem, that is definitely something that would put you in touch with... I'm not saying it's Peter, but, you know... Actually, it could be any. Right now, from all the people, I think we don't... I don't know if we have met Elliot. I'm not so sure we have, actually. Oh, no, it's him. Okay, the office worker. But if she ended up owing someone a lot of money, yeah, that's a motive right there. I suppose it makes sense that she's frequent speakeasies after the prohibition. So, there really is a killer on the loose then. Apparently so. Ghastly. I hope our customers tread lightly. Me too. I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. And I'm gonna talk to him again if I have more of an idea what I want to talk to him about. I think next probably we want to talk about... Have we spoken to Elliot about him going there? Actually, who is this? Is that that's the constable, right? Is he just sitting around here inspecting? Wait, is it him or is it... Oh, it is, okay. Never mind. Okay, I just ballsed it, you know. We're just sending him back and forth with his espresso martini. Who should I... Let's talk to Elliot, because I don't think we've spoken to Elliot about him going to the last drop. Okay, so Elliot sits down with a cigarette in his mouth and pulls a box of matches from his lower pocket. We discourage smoking. These are menthol, and they make your breath smell. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. If you must, I must. What do you need from me? This looks good? Yeah, hurry up. Okay, so we know that he does not like this one. What does he like? A well-made one. Something minty with soda. Hold on the fruit punch, feminine... Okay, is this some gobbledygook? I'm not gonna read that out. It's just... Okay, it's just a judgmental prick. Okay, I'm not reading that. Okay, so something minty... What is it? Minty fresh? I mean... So I didn't like this one, so I'm gonna give him... This one is kind of... Not exactly great, but... I have nothing else that's minty, so I'm gonna give him... What is essentially a mojito. I know it's... Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There you go. That's a nice drink. Clean glass. Crisp... Oh, now he's in good mood. Okay, that's good, actually. What do you need from me? So what do you do for... Let's just ease him into it, right? Or was there something we should show him or talk to him about? Oh yeah, I need to talk to him about... You know... You went to the last drop. Let's go. I didn't visit. And you should doubt the word of crooks. What do you need from me? Okay, so... He's denying it. So we'll just quick load because that was a useless hint. But let's ask him about Peter then, if he doesn't like that. Is that a joke? I avoid him, as should you. Let's see. You don't seem to like him. He's a villain. Everyone knows that. He works for that loan shark, Carla. I'm not so sure about that. Ugh, everyone pussyfoots around him like he's a gentleman. Pussyfooting around people like Peter is unacceptable. I will not do it like the rest. If you repeat it over and over, it kind of loses its touch. What? The point is I don't socialize with men like Peter. Nor should anyone with common sense and decency. Noted. Okay. So let's be... If we're already being direct, let's ask him about Natalia Reed. I don't know who that is. Bookovy is a big city. But I even remember her. She worked nearby. This is Bookovy Boulevard. Everyone is nearby. Right, cheers anyway. Okay, so we know he doesn't know about anything about her. We could probably show him the lighter to see if he recognizes it. Let's see. A lighter on the ground? People lose lighters all the time. What does this have to do with me? Don't you smoke, Elliot? All my life. Well, in school anyway. That makes... I'm gonna go for... That makes two of us. I was trying to fit in with the popular lads. I needn't have bothered. I'm not sure I even enjoy it anymore. But what I really don't enjoy is the shaking of my hands when I can't find tobacco. If you have any tips for quitting that actually work, let me know. It would save me a great deal of money. I'll let you know. Okay. Let's ask if he has... Let's ask him about work, because that might put him in some connections. I work for the Arrondissement Property Registry. It's a very important position in the municipality, though often the plebeians treat me like a clerk, rather than a senior individual with a great deal of power and influence. You enjoy it? It pays my bills and gives me time to pursue other interests. What else is there to expect from a job? I make more than most people, that's for sure. Is money that important to you? No, but I find it's a good indicator of value. Right. Okay, so... Not much to be gained from him, sadly. Well, we did find out about the debt, but that's from Vincent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break once again, and then we're gonna wrap up the day in this game, and then I'm gonna see who I can set on to. So please get yourself a drink, and I will see you in a brief moment, alright? And we spoke to Elliot, who doesn't seem to know very much. Maybe we should talk to John, because we haven't really spoken to him much. He was in a shit mood again. Okay, Father Lacey. Please say something happy with me. I need to talk to someone who's not confessing mortal sins. Need a drink? Father. Makes me think of my vows. But priests are taught it's worse to abominate wine than to imbibe it, so I will choose the lesser sin. Unfortunately, we don't really have wine, so... we know he likes this one. It's not his favorite, but... If I give him this, he's gonna pass out and go home, so I don't really want to give him that. This one has white wine in it? Oof. Let's have a look. So we have not figured out one of his two favorites. Okay. Just quickly quick save so I can try something else. What do we think he would like? If he likes this... This is similar enough that I'm willing to risk it? Yeah, let's go. And then let's see what he thinks of it. Goes down quite nicely. Okay, he likes it. Alright, let's see. Let's ask him... Ask him about his faith is probably... I don't know, maybe not as the first question, right? But how do you know about this place? One of my congregation, Olivia, revealed its existence during confession. And I thought... Wait, I was not supposed to tell you that. Please forget what I just said. Forget what? Yeah, very good. Confession between the priest, the confessor, and the mother is a sacred bond that should not be profaned. She burns away all sin. She does, doesn't she? Indeed she does. But alcohol burns away my sorrows, so I need to reconcile that however I can. Faith is hard. I agree. Although when I have a good drink, I imagine the angels can't judge me harshly for something that feels so good. Yeah, that's how it works, I suppose. Can I maybe ask him about the... No, he doesn't smoke, so it doesn't really make sense to ask him. So, did you know Natia, Reed? Can't say I've heard of her. Who is she? The woman who died recently. Ah, that's horrible. I hope she found peace in the end. Okay, so he doesn't know anything about her. Let's ask him maybe, like, why are you even here? Father Lacey hovers the glass between his fingers, swinging it gently back and forth like a metronome. We're not sure if he will ever answer the question. My father passed away. Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry. He didn't pass of old age or anything like that. He died of a disease that was painful, constant, and in essence, cruel. That's hard. I know I wasn't a very inspiring son, but he wasn't a very inspiring father either. I still miss him though. I still remember the last advice he gave me. What was it? A case of being a dumb fuck? God damn it. No, okay. That isn't so harsh. That's nearly as bad as saying as asking if he died of ligma or something. In life, don't aim for mediocrity. Wow, that is such an inspiring quote. Good advice, I guess. I wasn't finished. Don't aim for mediocrity. For men like us, that's too ambitious. Oh, okay, that's damn. Oh, so not a great parent, huh? I wouldn't know. I don't have anyone to compare him to, but no, perhaps not. Sometimes I wonder if I've lost my faith and haven't noticed. Like when you drop your keys and don't realize until you're facing a locked door. I'm not sure how the goddess can be real when the world is so cruel. But I'm sure fate wouldn't deprive me of one more authority figure who is disappointed in me. Oh, you need a therapist, my dude. You don't need a bar. You don't need a bar. You need a therapist. You're really down. And especially if you lost someone important to you. So, what we can do? Tell me about your father. There's not much to say. He was just like me. And now he's gone. I feel like... This will sound strange, but I feel the goddess has rejected him. And me too. Rejected? Yes. After he died, a slow, painful death, people ask me if I lost my faith. But I feel like if I did, the goddess just wouldn't care. Doesn't your goddess care for everyone? Oh, whoops. Okay, that was the wrong option. Maybe not. I just have a strong feeling, a very strong feeling, that the goddess is very real, and she is also very much agnostic about me. I'll try the first one. Let's see. The evidence of her care is all... So I don't see much evidence that she really cares, but... The evidence of her care is all around us. Though sometimes I fear she does not care about all of us equally. Right. Alright, well... We found out why he's sad, but that doesn't really help us with our case, sadly enough. Because she's back as well. She doesn't care about you. Because you have... I can't really tell where you're trying to go with this. Okay, like, do you just not like the way the character was written, or Father Eeyore? Yeah, he's not Look, that is a very horrible thing to happen to you, but this is not the solution. Okay. Maybe you should talk to her, to Clara. I'm in desperate need of a drink. What have I missed? Let's give her something. Nothing too strong. I have work tomorrow, but she has a pretty good tolerance. So she loves this one. Is it her favorite? It is. Okay, you know what? Then there's no point. We just give her that, right? Unless I need her to get sloshed, but that's not gonna go over well, I think. Do I need that, though? I hate for some characters this is like the only option is give them something that really slaps them around, but I don't really like that. We'll go with this one. She liked this one a lot. Oh damn, this is perfect. Alright, let's see. Let's go with what do you know about Natalie Reed? I guess I've seen her a few times before. The murder. She was in the Spire Lounge in the hotel a lot, same as Elliot, Olivia, and even Alina once or twice. Who was Olivia again? Oh, the rich girl. Okay, yeah. Did Natalia mix with anyone else? I saw her and Olivia order together at the bar. That stuck with me, cause Olivia's kinda a big deal even amongst that lot. And everyone formed a crowd around her. I saw her hang out with Elliot once or twice too. Usually away from the bar though, over at the Vantage booths. Interesting. Yeah, now that I think about it, Alina brought Killing along too. I remember that pretty well because he asked me out. I mean, I don't wear a badge or anything, but do I look like I'm out there here trying to date men? No, I get it though. Okay, good to know, so... Speaking to... Okay. So we have some leads there, okay. Let's ask her about... she wasn't very happy talking about the job. Did you come from work? No, I work in the hotel, so my shift starts early and finishes early. I have later afternoon and evening to myself, but I'm training real hard just now. What are you training for? My grey belt. It's martial combat, right? It's a Baraditsu grading symbol. When I can take my seafood down to the mat, I gain the grey belt. Good luck. And then we'll ask about the job anyway. There's 5, maybe 6 interesting things about me. My job is not one. You really want to hear about the hotel? I'm curious. I'm a maid, believe it or not. I spend most of my time cleaning up after messy, entitled people. Oh boy. I only clean up after myself, that's already bad enough. Before Prohibition, I worked the mid-bar for extra money. The tips were decent and less cleaning of bodily fluids involved. So by the way, mid-bar doesn't mean the bar is mid. It means it's the middle class bar. But I suppose the way she explains it like that, it's also pretty mid. Do you like your job? God, no, do you? Let me say, I like it. Oh, lucky. Okay, that was the wrong thing to say. You? It could be better, I guess. In another life, I would be traveling the globe competing for medals in Bartitsu competitions and drinking my winnings. In this life, though, bed sheets and refilling those little shampoo bottles. Oh, the one everyone steals. Why do you refill them? Everyone steals them. Sorry. One day I'll get out of book with me. I'm too old to compete in the martial arts now. But if I wasn't trapped, I could at least grab an airship to anywhere else, really. So why are you trapped? I'm in debt. If I stop working, it'll get worse. Once I've paid off everything I owe, maybe I can quit. Find something better for me. The friendly local loan shark, Carla, won't send her goons after me as long as I keep paying the interest on my debt. But with the wages from the hotel, I'm not making a dent in the amount I owe. Okay, so she's indebted to Carla. It's good to know. Yeah, I know what she's like. No use worrying till I get wrinkles. Sifu says the rainbows needs rain. So I guess this part of my life is the rainy season. Is there anything we can show her from this? No, I just found out about that. Right, so isn't it risky to visit? Probably. Then again, I could get hit by a radio carriage tomorrow by crossing the road. You have a point. Sifu says boats are safest in the harbor, but that's not what boats are built for. I can't think of anything I love that couldn't kill me. Also, just because something is a rule doesn't make it right. Yeah, sounds about right. Alright, well, we're done with her. So we have just these two over here then, and then the constables, not much, and Vincent also not really. But okay, let's have a chat with Elliot first then. We meet again. Oh, there's actually not much else we can talk to him about, but... Alright, let's get him something. Okay, so I know he likes this. Do I know his favorite drink? No, that's not him. Where is he? We don't know what his favorite drink is, though. So he liked that one. But what could I tempt him with? This one is also pretty sweet, actually. Let's give it a go. Although I don't know if he likes coffee. Let's see how it goes. I could get used to this. Alright, let's ask him about... There's a question to ask what they like at the top, right? Yeah, you can ask them. Elaborate. Yeah, okay, that just... Dinky Dins, that pretty much... Sometimes that tells you straight up what they want, but the problem is that if I don't give them enough to get them, well, drunk, then sometimes... You see, there's some options that only unlock if you get them to, you know, imbibe enough of the adult fun juice. Then there's some options that don't open up, so I need to see. Can I ask him? I can ask him about this, apparently. I don't really know the gentleman. Okay, so he doesn't really know who Peter is. Oh yeah, I should ask him about this. Like, what does he know about the chats with Natalia? Perhaps I'm a bit slow. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry. What, am I just wasting my clues? Was he not the one talking to them? Or did I misread that one? With Elliot. That is Elliot. Oh no, I'm an idiot. That's not him. Okay, so... I guess I just need to mostly ask him about the lighter, maybe. A lighter? Goddess, I'm not sure what that has to do with me. You smoker, Killian? Killian looks uncomfortable, as if recalling an unpleasant memory. He looks you up and down. Absolutely not. The son of a doctor knows better than to engage in such unhealthy... You're a smoker. 100%. Despite his words, Killian twitches nervously. Smart man. Can I not... Okay, I can't push that because he doesn't like me enough. Okay. Is there anything else we can do? Do I really want to show him this syringe? That's more something I'd like to show to Peter, because... The fact that Natalia had debt. I could try ask him about this, actually. Yeah, I've heard Alina rant about her on some occasions. Alright, well, nah, that wasn't very much use. Just pull out a syringe in the middle of conversation just to spice things up a bit. Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? Alright. Okay, so I can't ask her about Maria because we're not good enough friends. Who are the people you came with? Well, that's not relevant right now. Right. You get her smashed. Okay, so we have to give her something with a bit pretty good. I mean, if I want to get her smashed, this is the only thing that will do it, right? Alright, well then I guess we're giving her the little bat drink. But I'm not sure she will like it. In fact, I'm pretty confident she will not like it, but we'll see. Oh shit, I'm gonna go... Well, I definitely don't hate it, thanks. Okay, let's catch up. What were we talking about? Right. The date... No, we don't need to ask about the dating crap. Unless... It might bring up something about Killian. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's not a terrible question. It's complicated, she says. But I'm seeing someone. Even if some people might prefer me to be. But who would prefer that? Maria, mainly. Though I can't see many of my friends approve of my love life. Why not? Many reasons. I guess if we discuss in the abstract, we can talk about this. Even if it's a difficult subject. Sure. I guess what I can't decide is, how do you choose between your best friend and a potential partner? I mean, what's more important? Old friendships or new love? You cannot put a deck. You cannot make black or white decision like that. I mean, for me, it's definitely the first option if you just don't say anything. But I would definitely say... I don't know if that's what she wants to hear, though, so let's try it. Okay, well, she did like that. Okay, good. I used to think that too. But surely a good friend wants you to find love. I don't know. Is a friend to support your choices? Or is a friend supposed to tell you the hard truths you don't want to hear? It's a bit of column A and a bit of column B, no? Like most friends... Friends should support you, but friends are not there to be yes men and tell you that everything you do is amazing, especially for relationships, which is a very important thing that has a very big impact on your life. It's more about honesty, I would say. You might have a point. I need to think about this. I should talk to Maria. We can talk about anything, or we could. But we've been through a lot. Hey, oh, what? I hope she understands that this time the guy I like is different. Sorry. I'm checking if I have a hole in my memory or not. Oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was thinking like first time chatter and then hitting the please do not acknowledge me button. No, welcome in, Burbish. How are you doing? So many birds. I think you're like the third or fourth today jumping in from the bird community. That's really cool. How are you doing? Welcome in. We're a bit towards we're at the tail end of the stream, so I'm sorry if you won't be catching me much longer, but I hope. Thank you for being here. You're gonna be lurking? All right then. Enjoy your lurk. And the redeem does work. I did see it. Thank you again for testing. Is he really different? Yeah. Yeah, I think he is. That's nice to hear. And thank you for the... Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, and welcome in. Welcome in, Biscuit. How are you doing? How's everything? Alright, let's see. Is there a point to showing her something about this? We could show her the lighter, maybe. You're still working. Oh, no. Let's show her the lighter. Let's see what she has to say about this. Don't we just show me a photograph of a lighter? Is there something you want to know? Ask. Do you smoke, Alina? She glances over her shoulder. Why is everyone here... Why is everyone here... Why does everyone here not want to admit that they smoke? It's not a crime, unlike the drinking they're doing. Well, at that point in time. She glances over her shoulder, scanning the bar to ensure nobody is in hearing distance. I don't smoke at all. I agree with Maria. It's a terrible thing to do. Her initial reaction tells you more to this story. Perhaps she's willing to share more when she feels more comfortable around you. Sure, I believe you. So we have another point. Prohibition also affects smoking, I suppose. What? We don't have much more time with her. What avenue do you think we could go into? Did we ask her already what she knows about Natalia? Oh, actually, we should probably push her for the... For this, right? Yeah, that's why I confronted Natalia about spending all of Father's money. Wait, is that the time? Oh, shit. Well, that wasn't much of a clue, apparently. Well, shit. I guess we can talk to Vincent then. You have anything else to say? Is there anything I can show him? Did I show him the lighter, actually? I can try it, I guess. Just before I do it, I'm gonna quick save. Because I don't remember if I already showed him the lighter or not. A fancy lighter? Not exactly my taste. What is this about? Do you smoke? Doesn't everyone? We always make most of the time that we have, and find joy where we can. Ideally with lots of finely toasted tobacco, a choice of drinks, and a friend to share it all with. You know, I can live with that, especially I'm the one serving you drinks. Never mistake a lack of vice for virtue. The best people I know smoke, drink, and love good coffee. The worst man I ever loved decaffeinated coffee. Decaf only works if you throw it at someone's face. Damn. I'm not judging, just a question. Then yeah, I enjoy the occasional cigar. I can't really help you with that lighter, I'm afraid. That's okay. Alright. Well, that was a bit of a bust as well. And... You know, let's just ask him, what kind of drink does he like? Something with coffee. Why? Suppose it is. Do you memorize... Oh, he said, do you memorize everybody's drink? Let's say... Yeah, try. Oh, that's an admirable goal. But let's not go into chummy. I even want to scribble this in your little notebook. I like anything with coffee. Because we drink it a lot in Belgium. Reminds me of home. Alright then. Well, I have absolutely nothing more to ask you, so... I guess we're gonna close for the day. Alright. Constable, it's time to go home. You can ask the detective for every clue you get to get hints. Have you already played this? Maybe there's something I missed here that, you already played this. But, yeah, just in case if you have, please, yeah. That's a little minor hint. That's okay, I suppose, but please don't backseat too hard. I would appreciate it. These are not related? You know, it actually makes sense because you were telling me before about fuck, I don't... Does he really not have any... Yeah, he told you? Oh, he told me that. Okay. Well, I missed that then. Shit, I'm really not getting anywhere with this research, right? Like, what do we have? We know that she had debt. She spoke to Alina, and then Alina said it's about throwing away all of her money, okay? and the blonde thing, but we're not really getting anywhere with that. Okay. So definitely we're gonna have a look at that. We're gonna have to look at we're going to need to have a look at that in the future, as this is all the time that I have for today. I think I'm actually okay with. If I'm working remote, it's actually nicer for me to start this a little earlier, because it means that even if we run out a little bit, then we still have plenty of time to get things done. So I'm gonna take you back to the bar, and then are both words on screen yours? There's 4 of them, but do you mean as in characters that I came up with, or do you mean like am I in a collab with someone, or? I'm sorry, oh, you're right. I mean your picture and then the ones that. Okay, so both of these are characters of mine, yeah. But it's a little complicated. Essentially, me, the one that's talking, and then the one right above me at my head to the right, is supposed to represent me, and the other 2, the one in the left corner and the one in the right corner, are also the same character, and they represent Jason, who is my mascot. So if you use the text to speech, then Jason will say it for you, and also. Since my channel is themed around being in the speakeasy, which is also why we're playing this game, Jason is he's like a not quite the He also does that, yes, which is very annoying. But yeah, Jason is mostly there to do the door and I guess run the bar when I'm too busy babbling away on stream, or. It's part of the story behind the channel, yeah. But you're right, no, don't worry. You can always ask about. How was that questionable in any way? What did I say wrong there? Okay, anyway, let's go back.